So Kim, welcome onto the broadcast today. Thanks for coming on. You're from Burlington. So when you come back to the area, what are your favorite things to do?
First of all, thanks for having me.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it very much. When I come back to Burlington, Iowa, number one, clearly Bees games. But I really love spending time with family. Majority of my family's here, along with my friends, because I grew up in the area. So all my friends and family. And then I also enjoy some of the local cuisine that we have. So I typically go to Martini's. I will check out the Sombrero. Well, it used to be the Sombrero. It's now the Som. And then a couple other spots, but that's kind of what I like to do when I come back into town.
So tell me about your current role at the MLB.
So current role, my current title is Regional Supervisor West Coast. So what that entails is I oversee 24 minor league teams. So it's 3 different leagues, the Pacific Coast League, the California League, and the Northwest League. So the Northwest League has 6 teams, California League has 8, and the Pacific Coast League has 10. I travel to all of those teams at least once a year, sometimes multiple times a year. It kind of depends on the situation, but I do everything from stadium compliance to on-field discipline. There's a lot of different things that encompass my day, but every day is surprisingly different. So yeah.
That's awesome. So how did your experience with the Bees prepare you for that different kind of role?
I think the really good thing about our department is we have all different walks of people in life and in baseball. So we have former farm directors, former GMs. I think one of the things about Burlington is we were such a small staff that I had like my hand in everything. So when I go to stadiums and I do walkthroughs and I see stuff that's wrong with the field, I can identify that and talk through those types of issues, along with, just things with sales and corporate sponsorships and those types of things.
So what are the similarities between being a GM when you were here and your supervisor role you're currently in?
Similarities, it's a lot of the same because I am making sure that the things that are supposed to get done are getting done. So compliance with schedules, compliance with facilities, compliance with financials, all the different levels. Like we're constantly checking up on all 24 of those teams to make sure that they're doing things as they should be.
And then what's your favorite part about your current job?
The fact that I still get to be in a ballpark at least 24 times a year and traveling. I really like to travel, and this takes me all over the West Coast. So my actual region runs from Vancouver, Canada, all the way to Sugar Land, Texas.
So I come from New York, so living here is a bit of adjustment. So from you coming from here, living in Arizona, what's the adjustment like for that?
I actually love it because Iowa or Burlington especially, is slower paced, which I love. And that's one of the things I enjoy about coming home. But I'm more of a fast paced person, and Arizona has a lot of those things. Plus, I'm not going to lie, I hate humidity. Arizona is a dry heat, and I will take 115 in Phoenix over 90 and 90% humidity here. So yeah.
Love it. Awesome answer. So within your position, what are the goals you look to accomplish over the next year or 2 years?
One of the biggest things for me is there hadn't been a lot of facility standard upgrades or a lot of changes in baseball as far as like player salaries, all those different things. There's a lot of changes that are happening now, and I'm glad to be a part of those changes because there are a lot of things that actually needed to happen. But really just working my way up through the ranks because for me, baseball has been a part of my life since I can remember, since I was a little girl. And so I love working in the industry and being able to help it be better for our future generations.
So to further expand on that, what are your personal goals?
Personal goals?
Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, personal goals. Personal goals within the industry or just personal goals in general?
Just in general.
Just in general. So I have a 18-year-old daughter, and the biggest thing for me is showing her that women can do anything and breaking through barriers. And that's one of the things that I actually have done in my position here. But I just want her to be proud and show her that the sky's the limit and you can do anything as long as you set your mind to it.
So final question for you. One you can say on camera. What's your craziest story about working in the MLB? It's really a perspective you only can provide.
Craziest story in MLB. Man. I don't know if I have, I have a bunch of random stories. So one I'll give you, this was wild. It just happened a couple weeks ago. And it shows you how small the baseball industry is. In 1999, this is how long we're going back, the community field hosted the 16-year-old Babe Ruth World Series.
Mhm.
My dad was actually the one who put it on. And it was his first time hosting a huge event out at community field. There was a player, his name was Sergio Santos, high round draft pick. Anyways, he was stationed with the California team. I was a hostess for the Alabama team, but we all kind of interacted. I'm in Rickwood for the Rickwood event for the minor league, and I go in to meet one of the coaches, and it's Sergio Santos.
Really?
And we recognized each other, and it was the wildest thing. We haven't seen each other since we were 16 years old, and we're both just turned 40. That's weird.
Wow. That's
So that was kind of crazy.
That's a great
Yeah.
story. Well, first of all, thank you for coming on today, and it's great to hear
Absolutely.
your perspective.
Absolutely. Thank you.